I'm the founder of Resume Guru.io, and after today's meeting, I'm gonna basically open source the entire project, source core. And this project is actually currently sponsored by Microsoft Founder Startup. So it's basically, if you use the online version of the API code sponsored by Microsoft, they are basically free. So I make it 100% free until Microsoft doesn't support us. So if you would like to make any changes, run anything locally, after today's session, you can basically go onto the GitHub to fork it, to download to your local and run whatever you like. And okay, so we should start our session. Is everyone ready? First, I want to know, is there anyone real developer right here? I saw there's one, here's one. Is there anyone actually wants to get their hands dirty today? Few? Okay. So the session I'm gonna talk about today is how I actually built up the entire website, entire resumeguru.io service, and the before, and the current, and the future, and now will be basically run about the first half of the session. The second half of the session, actually just one thing called demo, build your own agent. I'm gonna show you guys how to actually using vibe coding to speed up your process to build up the agents you would like to use. Even for non-technical people, you still can build up a simple agent to do some simple tasks for you. If you are a real developer, vibe coding can definitely speed up your process to build up your product. So let's get into, oh, there are still more people coming. We'll wait a little bit. I know, but usually after lunch, people get sleepy, you know? That's why we need coffee. Don't forget your coffee. Because at the second session, one of the vibe coding agent is actually, I call it the drink concierge. It will help you to find the coffee you like, the boba tea you like. Okay, so this is the beginning of the entire project. So entire project originally was basically like using something called rule-based, if else do while. If you are a coder, you are a developer, you know, if else do while, it's all based on your rules, or even using case. It's structured, but it's really hard to change if your structure change. Or for example, today you want to connect to new API, you need to actually fit in your function into your existing architecture. That is pretty hard to do. So it's definitely it's not flexible enough for you to do. And second part is hard to maintain. For example, right now we have 10 developers. I love to code this way, doing if else instead of case, but some people prefer to use case instead of if else. Then we are basically fighting to each other. The code you write is not what I think I should write. So it's really hard for me to read off your code. And third is basically a limited scope. Everything, your structure is basically not that flexible. You cannot easily adapt to the fast changing AI environment. For example, right now, Microsoft has the AI Foundry and we have like over 11,000 models you can do. If you are using the traditional rule-based, it's really hard. You need to code everything. Of course, we have the tool like LangChain, you can connect to it, but you still need someone to orchestrate everything for you, right? So this was beginning of the December 2022 when we first have the LLM. Second is right after that, I actually have the first MVP. And there's a framework I keep searching online. It's called AutoGen. And AutoGen is actually a framework to define how your agent talk to each other and create a manageable, orchestratable agent framework. If you guys are interested in that, you can actually click on the link below later. It will take you to the original paper written by the Cornell University Computer Science Department. So they basically define the framework. The framework inside that paper, there's no math. Very easy to understand. I recommend everyone to take a look. So basically that tells you they have a couple types of the different framework. A couple type of different agent structure. The first one is basically we call sequence agent, which means agent A actually asks you something, you reply something, and the answer is gonna fit into agent B. And the second one is called group agent, which is like group chat, different kinds of chat. Group chat is like we have an orchestrator. Like right now we're doing group chat. I'm the orchestrator. So you guys are talking to each other. I'm talking to you guys. So you guys have different opinions. And you ask him, oh, I should do this. And you ask him, I should do this. But I said, oh, we probably need to do this, and that's the final answer. And that was the aha moment for me to actually transform the entire code base into group chat, because group chat is a lot more smarter. You can easily embed a new feature into your entire ecosystem. And I talk about this. And why do we pick up the AutoGen? Because at that time, actually, we have 3 popular frameworks on the market: AutoGen, LangGraph, and also Crew AI. LangGraph is kind of a little bit late than AutoGen. They are a lot more complicated in coding. To say for the simplest version, AutoGen is the most easiest way to start if you want to start a new project. But Crew AI is getting popularity right now. You can also try it. It's very, I would say, very user-friendly. They even have a portal you can log in to see the communication in between your group chat agents. So because once you have a group chat, it's hard to control what are the information being transmitted inside your agent. And for AutoGen, I can easily see that. I don't need another third-party dashboard for me to actually provide me the insight of your agents. That's why I picked the AutoGen. And after pictures, after I look at the AutoGen, I think, oh, actually, we can use the group chat to implement my system. My system is basically helping a lot of like student and job seeker to practice their interviews. So how do I make that happen? Most of the time when you're trying to practice interview and apply for jobs, you will go online and search for a job posting listing. But job posting listing is basically updated every day, and you have different job description, and the new skill requirement is coming up every day. Sometimes you don't even know what does that cover, what do you need to be able to accept into this job. So I came up with the idea actually using a group chat to have multiple agents doing different tasks. For example, right here we have the user agent actually interact with the user, which is you or me itself. And we have a job description analysis agent, and this agent actually analyze all of the job description and on the job board and give you recommendation or what are the skills you need. And we have another resume analyze agent. Sometimes your resume doesn't match with the job description. And this analyze that is not just a simple keyword analyze. They will analyze how you write your resumes. So it's like a human reading your resumes for you. And this agent talks with our orchestrator and tell him, oh, this applicant, this user actually trying to apply this job, software development job, but this software development job is actually require you to know some kind of AI, but this agent is basically more like a backend API writer, not the new MCP API writer. So maybe you should recommend this user try to learn more about the MCP API agent. Then this orchestrator is gonna talk with the job description agent, say, can you give me more information and let me combine that information with the resume and tell the user what to do the next. So this is a strategy, not strategy. This is basically the logic, the entire orchestration for the agent group behind Resume Guru. And here's a very simple example. I'm not sure you guys can see it. So inside the agent chat, inside the AutoGen, we actually can define a system prompt to different agents. For example, the first one is our interview agent, which is the orchestration agent, which is the top, just like a manager, managing entire groups talking. And below, we have all different individual agents. For example, right here, I have a function called agent actually calling the database to pull your resumes. And you can define what to do right here. So if after today you want to use the same orchestration logic to do your project, you can actually just redefine a system prompt to do whatever you like. And right here we have a different agent. The most important one is right here, it's called critic agents. So it's basically, it will communicate with all other agents to find some question to ask. Maybe this one. Maybe today the interview agent says, oh, we want to build up a system can help me to order boba tea. But the person actually doesn't like boba tea. Inside the resume, it says, I like to cook steaks. Then what do I do? So the critics agent is gonna tell the orchestrate agent to actually tell the user agent to the final user, oh, you should actually improve your cooking skill to the drinking section, not just the making steaks. So you can actually do that inside your critics agent. And right here, I have a very short video I can show right here. Not sure we have time or not, but I'll just go back. I cannot click this. I think we'll skip the video. So I do believe they're gonna upload all those slides later, so you guys can basically check a video later. So it's basically a live demo of the systems. And this is actually the interface. So in the center is actually me. It has the facial recognition from MediaPipe to actually do the facial recognition. Actually, from the two previous page, there's one more agent is doing the facial recognition and provide to the interview agent saying like, oh, this agent actually not looking for the camera, or this agent is looking for something else, and actually tell the orchestrator to give the agent, give the user some comment and also some warning sign right here, like, oh, you are actually in a perfect position, or you are too left or too right. To right, you should look at the camera because your audience is looking at you. So once you download the code, you can actually do that. We will skip. And
how did you get
MediaPipe data?
how did you get like the
Avatar. This avatar is actually from Microsoft. Microsoft Avatar Services. So inside the code, you can actually, there's a switch. If you want the live version, you got to pay for the API call. It's really expensive. But if you are using online, it's basically sponsored by Microsoft, so it's free. But once the switch is off, it's a pre-recorded video.
I see.
So it's just like the pizza agent we saw this morning. So you will see the agent keep knocking all the time. So it's the same thing. It's provided by Microsoft. Of course, this one, this application does have the audio capability, which means it's actually passed through the STT and TTS. It's all through Microsoft services too. Entire project is actually hosted on Azure. Yeah, nobody wants to pay for the avatar, it's too expensive. So that's existing. So what you have seen before, the code is gonna open source and it's gonna be at the very last pages of my slides. You guys can download it, fork it, and change the system prompt to do whatever job you like. And in the future, I'm gonna implement the new way, which is the agentic way. Agentic way is basically, it's not only just help you to do the interview, provide you feedback. It's supposed to be able to help you to do something, for example, apply for a job. Right now, we don't have that capability. So in my mind, there's another agentic agent based on your final analysis of your interview practice, give you recommendation of all the jobs matching you and help you to apply for that job and get the real in-person interview. That's the key point. And also, for that part to be happen, we need more knowledge. Yeah, we need more knowledge. Instead of just searching on Google job search, we will basically create our own database to do the web scraping and put into index. So that will be a vector data as our knowledge base to be able to search in the future. So we can use that to come up with all different kinds of algorithm and the result for you, as a user job seeker, to get the better job match your skill, or even provide your practice for your jobs. It's not only for developer like practice your code. It can be for a salesperson. For example, right now, you can ask AI agent to actually train you how to talk with people, how to sell a car. Right now, car market is kind of like crazy. I know the price is increasing. So that is actually one possibility, or help you to train people during the job onboarding. Job onboarding is another part. You can use this type of agent to do the work too. For that, we need a specific knowledge base based on your endpoint usage. And the next one is basically we need to have the MCP connection for each individual parts. For example, right now I have the skill MCP LLM. MCP LLM for the skill, for example, I can have right here I saw the profile, it's an example. I'll just say another example. For example, it's a skill. Right now I can do coding. Right now I can do maybe cooking, okay? So if for cooking, they will MCP LLM basically communicate with another MCP agent to tell them how to cook. What are the recipe you need? What are ingredients you need from your fridge? And what are the ingredients you already have? You just throw me off the possibility, I'll tell you what to do. And for that LLM MCP, I plan to make it basically the public one so everyone can connect to it. And when through it, you will have a specific Llama index database behind to support all this data. Let me see the time. So after this, the lesson learning is very simple. 3 most important things. The first one is, if you want to make the LLM system, the agent work perfectly, as you expected, 80% of works, I would say, is your prompt. It's your prompt engineering. And the second one is your initial foundation, which is your architecture. How you start to build it. For example, if like a year ago, we don't even have MCP. Right now, everything needs to connect to a MCP protocol, which is a model context protocol. We need to connect to MCP server. So you need to have a good extendable system that you can easily change in the future. And the third one is, of course, you build it from small. Just like me, at the very beginning, I built a rule-based version. If I have this job, you're supposed to apply for this work. Right now, it's not. Right now, it's basically give you a smarter data. Oh, actually, this job is not the only thing you can work. There are multiple jobs based on your skill. You should apply for it. And if you are missing something, I'll teach you. You are actually just need to learn a little bit of this. For example, right now, everyone wants to know what are the AI orchestration doing, how to do the orchestrate the AI every Lego block, how to build up the entire system. And our MCP agent, LLM agent server is supposed to be able to reply this kind of information back to you. Okay, so right now it's the fun part. The fun part is how do you build up your own agent? And there are multiple ways. You can use the no-code way. You can go to Microsoft Copilot 360. You can go online. There are a lot of no tools. You just drag and drop. But today we're gonna introduce the new way. Well, it's not a new way. It's a very popular way this year, which is vibe coding. And this one, you still need a prompt. You need a good prompt to set up your foundation, your architecture. A lot of people having problem with that. So I'm gonna share the simple way to actually do it. And there are many platforms. We have a GitHub Copilot agent. We have the Cursor, we have the Bowl, we have Lovable. So today I'm gonna basically demonstrate the Bold and Lovable. Right after lunch, actually, I just checked the Lovable, my credit. I'm using free credit. It's already maxed out. So I can actually do the real one. So I'm gonna use Bold instead. They are pretty much the same functionality. If you are a coder, you can use Cloud Code or the newest one, Gemini CLI. So as I said before, for vibe coding, you really need to have a structured prompt. Once you have this structure, you can easily build up your initial project prompt. So these are some simple and recommended items I recommend you guys to put in. First one is a project overview, technology stack. Right now, today, you want to build a web app, you want to build a mobile app, architecture design, your core components, your AI agent design. You want a single agent, sequential chat agent, you want the group chat agent, and agent personality too. Remember previously we talked about the group chatting. Each agent has its own personality. Inside your system prompts, you can define right here. And prompt engineering strategy. For example, here I put in a system prompt right here for agent A and system prompt B for agent B. And what are the user interface, of course, what kind of user interface you want, and data flow for the architecture. Data flow is a little bit critical right here because you need to know overall of your project. For example, right now I'm gonna build up a T-ordering system. T-order system involves what? Involves data from Google Maps. So I need to know the data is from Google Maps. Actually, once we get the data from Google Maps, I want to analyze the user reviews to find the best shops near here. And after that, I need to actually send an order to the shop, right? So these are the data flow you need to know for your own application. So I put a very simple formula I came up with. Maybe it's not right, but I already tested it. It's really, really good. So the first is you need to describe the agent you want to build. Second is you need to have a template to follow, okay? Third, You put this two into any agent service provider. You can use OpenAI, you can use Gemini, you can use Claude, you can use OpenAI, well, by Azure, which is still the same. Then the system is gonna tailor the prompt for you to do your first vibe coding, okay? So I actually provide a two template right here, but I already loaded into my Gemini, and it's free, so everyone can use it too. So the first thing is I put in the actual working one, this one, which is a coffee concierge. The second one is the template. They cannot see the name. So this is how it looks like. It's actually a markdown script. So here is the format I put in the template. This is a more comprehensive one. And the second one will be an example. So this is a detailed example. For example, right here we have a chess playing project, which means I play with chess, like the Google Go. This one is a lot smarter. You can actually play with the OpenAI. So the one I'm gonna show is play with the OpenAI. And this one is actually being pasted to Lovable right here. Exactly the same thing here. You guys can paste it to later when you get home. And after that, I only do some little fix, which is like not saving my credentials right here. And the entire apps is actually just working. So I just demonstrate this one. It's pretty simple. Let me copy the key. Okay, right now I'm actually playing with the OpenAI Gemini GPT-4. So let's say I want to move to here. And on the right hand here, see, Gemini is thinking. And you can see what is Gemini thinking about. And after the thinking, Gemini is gonna move in and play with me. So on top of this, you can actually change it to Gemini play with Claude. Gemini play with OpenAI, or Gemini play with other LLM provider to see who is smarter.
All those scenarios, who wins?
This one is basically I play with the AI, so of course I lose. The agent play with the agent. I haven't tested. I mean, after today's, you can go back to home and download the prompt and refine a little bit to that then agent play to agent. So the final is C5. So the AI actually decide to move here. And you can see explain of the thinking process right here. That's a good point. I'm gonna test it tonight and post it online who actually wins. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Okay, and the second one is how to come up with yours. Let me delete this one. I should use example selected. Okay, so right now I have both the sample and the architecture loaded. So I just type in, for example, I want to build a shop that can actually help me to order coffee. So what it does is basically sorry, I cannot fulfill the request. Let me open the one I already tested before. Yeah. Basically, I provide both the prompt and sample, saying I want to build an app, help me to add a coffee, and for me to check out. And it basically based on my example, provide me all the detail to build up my apps right here. And I copy this into, we don't have much time, so basically you just insert it to here and it will build it. Once it's, and this is bold. Once it's built, you will have an apps like this. So I'll just show this really quickly. I only have 1 minute. So this agent is basically 100% built by AI. So I want coffee, bold, and ice. So it's actually built out the different MCP agents services in the backend. And here you can see all the detailed orchestrations go in and actually search your shop nearby. So the only thing I'm missing is just actually connect to the real store, and it will even provide the real menu. Right now it's just a markup menu, but all of the Google reviews are real-time pull from Google. So this is a demonstration of how to use vibe coding. Of course, it takes some time for vibe coding to actually populate everything. These apps, I spend almost like 20 minutes to build, but for 20 minutes, you have this using the prompt I just provide. So everything today is actually right here. So you can go online and try the apps yourself. When you get back, you can use Lovable, Bolt, everything is free. Just use the free credit. It's enough for you to build an agent you like. Okay, time's up. Thank you.
Thank you, Solomon. Thank you for your time. And it was a great presentation. We will continue to play chess.
Yeah, I'm gonna check who's the winner.
But it was a great presentation. Thank you. And we would like to do this.
Okay. Thank you.
So we have, thank you for your time.